Well, hello. Surprise. Hey, everybody. Welcome, subscribers, Cravenites, and visitors alike, to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Well, I am surprising you guys today with a little afternoon, or I should say evening, late afternoon, depending where you're at. Where I'm at, it's 5:34 p.m., so it's definitely evening time now. And I decided to, hey, have a little early stream for a change, just to be different. And so, for some of you who may not be able to join sometimes at night when I typically go on, like about usually like 4 hours from now, I'd be starting. So, I decided to do it a little bit earlier and just see who's able to come. Just doing a little experimenting. So, here I am, and here you are too. And as you guys can tell, because I certainly can tell, my voice is not quite what it normally is, and I have been ever since Friday night and Saturday night. For those of you who might have been able to join or watch the replays, you guys all know that I did a 7 hour and 45-minute live stream on Saturday Friday night, and basically an all nighter, essentially. Got into bed at 6 in the morning, something like that. And then Saturday night, the very next day, after not sleeping a whole lot, I had Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream join me, and we watched Scream 5 together, and that ended up going until around 5 or 6 as well, because we went offline and talked for a long time after the stream ended. And so when I woke up Sunday, and just to show you, I've got you can't really see it, I got my cough drops in hand, and whenever I woke up Sunday, my throat was completely destroyed. Like my voice was, it was pretty much gone. I had to almost push to say anything. And it got a little better yesterday, but not good enough to even really do a video. And so I didn't have any videos out for 2 days in a row because I couldn't talk. And I had content ready to go. The one I put out about the audition of Simeon Days, I was ready to do that Sunday, and I couldn't. I just had to wait till when was that? Today? Yeah, that was today. I can't even remember. Yeah, it's today. So I was able finally to get enough of my voice back that I could do it today. So anyway, but as you can tell now, I'm being not crazily loud. I'm not my usual bombastic self. With my voice, I'm taking it easy because if I start to push much harder than this, it will just go away. It just completely, like, just it's just gone. So anyway, hopefully, the way I sound right now is not too unpleasant, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely taking it easy on the voice. But anyway, I wanted to come say hello. I was not expecting to stream until tomorrow, my Wednesday morning, my usual Wednesday morning live stream. I still plan to do it tomorrow morning, so this is like a little bonus live stream. But let's see. Excuse me. Whoa, gotta be careful. I'm just gonna kind of stay in this one flat register here. Let's see who we got. So I see Green Gaze firing up the smokes, man. Let her let her rip. Because we're just kicking back, man. That's why I like to call these kicking back with Craven. It's a little lower key. It's not as insane as my usual night streams are, my prime time streams. Memo boy, what's up, man? Get your beverage ready. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey Shay, good to see you. Carrie, my good pal Carrie. Great, good to see you here, Carrie. I know you're on your break at work, so I know you won't be able to stay very long. But thanks for stopping in. Guy Julius, what's up? Slicing and dicing in the kitchen. Hey man, you can be anywhere and slice and dice anywhere. What's up, Hawkins? Hawkins House of Horror. Stella G, what's happening? What's up, Amber? Hey, Bob Hunt's in the house. Fantastic. Scythemore, got the popcorn ready. Well, good. I'm glad. Kick back, have a snack. Break ops, what's up, man? Here we go. That's right. What's up, Craven? Hope you're doing well today. Let's get into some good topics. Well, I'm doing good. My voice is doing better. Hopefully, by the end of the week, my voice will be back to normal. So I hope. Thank you, man. I hope you're doing well too. And yes, we will definitely get into some good stuff. Ghostface, what's happening? Welcome. Who else do we got? Donovan here. Heads up, Donovan. Dino, what's up, Dino? Yeah, yeah, man. A little surprise evening live stream. Stu. What's up, Ghostface Fanatic? Hey, man. Trying to catch up with your videos, bro. Man, you cranking those suckers out, brother. I'm like, dude, every time I turn around, I get a notification from Ghostface Fanatic. I'm like, man. So, good stuff, though, man. Love the Stewed video. The last Stewed video you did, Ghostface Fanatic. Good stuff, man. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, man. Just keep sharing with passion, bro. That's what it's about, man. Matthew says, finally caught my first live. It's actually live. See, that's great. Well, Matthew, that's what I was just talking about a little earlier. That's why I wanted to do something today at this kind of odd time for me, because you guys normally know I'm at 9:30 p.m. Central. That's my go time. And I'm glad. That right there, you know what? If nothing else, man, you know, Matthew, I'm glad, buddy, because I was hoping that maybe some folks who normally don't see a live can actually see this one. So you are here, and I'm so happy that you're not having to watch just to watch a replay. What's up, Xtron Gaming? What's happening, man? My chat window just went bonkers, so I'm trying to find out where I was at. Let's see here. Apollo, what's up, Apollo? Good question. I'm coming to come back to your question. I like it. I'll be here. Uh-huh. I know what you're fishing for, Mimbo boy. I know what that's about. Breakup says still one of the best live streams I've been a part of. So glad I joined that all night. So fun. Well, awesome. Everyone's good. Well, good. That's awesome, Breakups. I'm so happy to hear that you enjoyed it, man. It was amazing. Great time. Just awesome. Hey, Amber. Oh, thank you so much. Hope your voice gets better soon. Me too. Thank you. It is. It's definitely. It's on the mend, but I'm just being a little ginger with it because I don't want to. If I push it, I don't want to. I don't want to make it worse. So I want to get back to where I can talk to you guys like normal because it really stinks as a content creator because I mean it stinks period when you lose your voice. I mean, let's be honest, but whenever my content's based on my voice, it's giving you guys content with my videos and my live streams. So it really does a double stinky whenever it's not functioning properly. What's up, Nick? What's going on? Bub Bipolar. What's up, Polar? Love seeing all the names in green here. And by the way, guys, if you're wondering why some folks' names are green and others are not, well, simply just means that they are channel members. They are what we call Cravenites because tongue in cheek wise, I call this the cult of Craven. And we kind of embrace the idea. And the Cravenites are on board with the idea of a cult of Cravens. So that's what we are. And but it's not the kind of cult that makes you stop talking to your family members and people that you love. It's nothing like that at all. It's simply our little tongue-in-cheek way of saying that we do things. We go to the beat of our own drum here. We're on the stew train. There's a lot of things that we do that, you know what? We're okay with no one else really being on board with it. It doesn't bother me at all, and it doesn't bother you guys either, because we're going to stick with what our convictions are. So, but what it really is it's being a channel member. That's what it is. If you become a channel member, which is something you may not even be aware of, but there is a little button right next to subscribe. It says join. If you click that button, there's 5 levels to choose from. And if you enroll and become a monthly supporter, that's really what they are. The Cravenites are supporting this channel monthly and being very generous, and it really is incredible, and I'm so thankful. And you, as a member, will well, first of all, you'll be a Cravenite. You'll get a badge by your name for every comment. Your name turns green in the live chats, and you're invited to member exclusive things. Like this coming Saturday night, we are doing a members only watch party of The People Under the Stairs, the Wes Craven classic. So there's a lot of fun stuff I have planned for the Cravenites over the summer, and I'm always thinking of new things to try to add to the perks and do things differently. So if you want to become a monthly supporter and be a part of those exclusive events that no one else can come to, really, then just click the join button and you can do that. And speaking of which, I want to acknowledge my patrons. Thank you guys. Oops, wrong slide. There we go. I want to acknowledge my patrons really quick before we get into the content tonight. And also want to acknowledge my channel members, my Craven members. You guys appreciate all of your support. It really does make a huge difference here to the channel and helps me to do more videos and more content and also elevate things and try to expand and have more celebrity guests come on, all the different things that I can do. So I just want to say thank you to all of you guys there that got your name up on the screen. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's see. Back to the chat. Let's see where we're at here. Cult of Craven. We have cookies. Oh, Maverick says he's still recovering from our live stream. I know, man. My voice is still recovering, as you can hear. But hopefully it's not too, like I say, it's not too bad. All right, Dominic's in the house. What's up, man? Glad you're here as well. And let's see, I want to make sure if I haven't missed anyone yet. You're sick, Craven. You better hope you get better. Thank you, Extron. Maybe says, don't force it, man. That's right. I'm not. I'm going to just stay right here. Right here. We can't do those super long chats as much as we've been doing, Craven. Well, I mean, you have to admit, 7 hours, 7 hour, almost 8 hour live stream, and then the next night, all night long again. It does add up. That's pretty. We probably do need to cut back. Do a couple hours. Couple 2 or 3 hours maybe. Hawkins says I'm just starting my channel, but I plan on posting my second video tonight. Awesome, Hawkins. House of Horror. I wish you the best of luck. That's just be consistent. Best advice I can give you is decide how many videos you can post for your lifestyle, for your schedule, and if that's once a week, twice a week, once a day, once every 2 weeks. I mean, there's no wrong number. Just whatever number you can comfortably post consistently, that's what I recommend you doing. Because in order for it to work right, you can't burn yourself out. You have to make it make sense for you and your life schedule and arrangements. So, but whatever it is, figure it out and then stick to it and just do what you're passionate about, Hawkins. And the rest will take care of itself. Now, there's a lot of other things that could be said about that, but that's awesome. I'm happy for you. Well done. Amber says next time do it in shifts. Yeah, like maybe do 3 hours and then we take a break. What's up, Para-Urban Ontario? Awesome. Okay, glad to see you here, man. Glad you're checking out a live. This is not exactly like all of my lives. This is a little bit more laid back. I call it kicking back with Craven, so it hopefully intimates kind of, we're just kicking back. We're just kind of lower key, kind of chilling. That's right. You tell him, Amber. All right. I'm catching up, guys. I'm almost there. Hey, Denisha. What's up, Jackie? I see you, Jackie. Jackie's been drinking throat coat tea. It's a lifesaver. Yeah. See, I just wish I liked tea. That's my problem. If I liked tea, a lot of people have been giving some great tea recommendations, but I just don't like the taste of tea. So unfortunately, I'm stuck with my Hall's cough drops and ice water. That's pretty much about it. What's up, Morgan? Hey there. Glad you're here. What's up, Cody? You've not really missed a whole lot right now. I've just been saying hello and some introductions, kind of sharing that my voice is recovering from the weekend. But you're welcome, Hawkins. Definitely, man. I'll be sure and hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, whichever you prefer, and shoot me your channel link. I'd like to check out your channel, man. Shoot me a channel link, and I'll check out your videos. And if I see anything, I'll be happy to give you some pointers and give you some tips, man. When I'd love to see us be, I want us to help you succeed as much as I possibly can. Good for you for stepping out and doing it. And speaking of stepping out and doing it, where is Jackie? Jackie, you know I'm not going to let this down now because we had our Jackie's one of the heavyweights from Friday night. She stuck it out the entire live stream on the panel for almost 8 hours straight, all night long. In fact, the sun was up when we shut down at her where she lives. Going to bed, her and Bob Hunt both stuck it out all the way to the end. And I know Bob's here in the chat, so I'm mentioning him also because they both stuck it out to the end. I remember what was behind where Bob was sitting was a window, like, in the background. And man, it's like bright spotlight behind him, man. The sun's like blasting through the window. We started at 9:30 at night. And it was amazing. So, Jackie, rock on. You impressed me quite a bit that night when you hung out a whole night. And you were an hour ahead too. You were in Eastern time zone. But Jackie, in that conversation, we talked about you getting your website started. Not your website, but your YouTube channel started. So I know it's only been a couple days, but I haven't forgotten that. So I'm going to be checking up with you on that. Don't worry, I'll help you out. We're going to make it. It's going to be awesome. Right? It was hilarious. It was hilarious that we're sitting there talking to Bob, and that sun's just blasted behind him. That's great. Hey, Carrie, I know. I know now. I know. You did great, too. You did do 5.5 hours straight with Nancy Ann Ritter. Heck yeah. It was fun. If you got, by the way, if y'all have not seen it, be sure you watch the replay of those from Friday and Saturday. You trust me, they're worth your time. Just fire them up and go about doing your work or whatever you're doing. Just have it playing in where you're listening to, like a podcast. Even it was very fun. We had some entertaining stuff. All right, I see some questions coming in. Great guys, I'm about to get to them. I'm saving them all. Cody says I'm enjoying White Castle sliders and watching Craven. Let's go. Hey, there you go, man. Oh yeah, Jackie, watch the replay. Definitely. You definitely should do that for sure whenever you get a chance. Yeah. My dogs all say hello. I'm sure you hear them. Ghostface Fanatic with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. Much appreciated, buddy. Says I try to upload 4 videos. Sorry, guys. Moving my cough drop around. So you just got to be show me a little bit grace on that. I try to upload 4 videos or more a day. That's how passionate, man. Oh, I know, buddy. It's no doubt about it, man. Love it. That's the number one rule I always give to everyone starting a channel, or even if you've started one a year ago, whatever, doesn't matter. No matter how long you've had a channel, you've got to do what you're passionate about. Do not start up a channel for the purposes of doing things you think people are going to enjoy, unless you also enjoy it. One second, guys. All right, I'm back. Um, so, Ghostface Fanatic, that's the number one ingredient. That's the first ingredient. Okay. There's a lot of ingredients to doing YouTube right and successfully. And one of them, and I think it's the most important one, because if you have that, then you can start to build from there and work on the other things. So, passion is number one. I promise you. Well, I can tell you this: if someone was to say, "I want to start a channel just because I think this will make me money," or if someone says, "I want to start a channel because I think that I want to get popular," or something like this, or if I want to start a channel because of I think people will like this kind of material. If those are the motives to start a channel, it's not impossible to be successful, but I will tell you this: the road there is going to be a lot harder, much less enjoyable, And I personally think the odds are against you because if you don't love what you're doing as a content creator, if you don't love what you're talking about and you're not passionate about it, number one, people are not going to get passionate about you because people want to see someone who's authentically believes what they're saying, right? I mean, I do. When I watch content creators, the things I look for on YouTube, I don't have a lot of time anymore to watch like I used to because I'm usually editing, creating, and doing life with the family and all the other things. But when I do, I look for those things. And trust me, I do believe that people sense authenticity. You know when someone is being real with you. And if someone's not, they might can fool you for a little while, but eventually they're going to find it's eventually it's going to come through. So that's awesome, Ghostface Fanatic. I love it. Keep the passion. That's because you know what? The passion is not driven by view counts, sub counts, revenue counts, super chats, any of these amazing things, and they're all good things. Don't get me wrong; those are awesome things, and I'm so blessed and thankful for all of you and for all of these amazing things. But I'm telling you that if you do it because you're passionate and you love what you're talking about, if those other things don't exist, you still enjoyed making your video and you still enjoyed the process, and it'll always be something you look back on and say, you know what, maybe it didn't do as well as I thought it would or hoped it would, but I had a lot of fun because I wanted to talk about this movie or this thing. So that's good for you, man. Keep it up. And then, like I say, all the other stuff you can learn. You can learn how to do tags, how to set your thing up, your video up for searches and optimization. You can learn all those different little things that come along with helping your videos get success and be seen. But if you don't start with passion, guys, you're starting behind the eight ball. So, thank you, my brother. Thanks for the super chat, and I'm just happy for you. I'm proud of you, man. Keep going. It's work. This is not easy. The person who thinks that they're just going to start a channel and like it's going to be like just sitting down and posting it and everything's just going to happen is that's a fantasy land. If that's, I'm promising you right now, that's not how this works. It is hours and hours of work, prep, edit time, production time. It's there's a lot that goes into it to do it right, and you have to do it consistently. But if you're willing to do all those things, success can come. And I can vouch for it because I've seen it happen with my own channel. So it does. So good for you, man. Thanks for the super chat, as always. I appreciate your support so much, Ghostface Fanatic. And yeah, I'll be checking. I'll be keeping an eye on you for your next videos, man. I see them popping up all the time. Mister Check Yourself. That's a great suggestion. Peppermint tea now with a drop of honey. See, that sounds amazing. I just don't know that I could get it down. I just don't like tea. But I guess it depends how strong the peppermint is. You know that I don't know. Maybe so. Haunted Bar says whiskey's good for a sore throat. Now I don't really drink alcohol, but if I am going to have an adult beverage, it is going to be a quality whiskey. So, Haunted by Horror, thanks for that tip, man. Hawkins says, for sure, brother. Thank you means the world to me, brother. Any pointers you would be awesome. Absolutely, man. You got it. I'd be glad to help. All right. Okay, guys, let's see. Where am I at here? Let me catch up. Alrighty. We got some questions here. Let me get to some of y'all's questions. Oh, real quick, Wayne says, can't stay, but hope your voice gets better soon, Craven. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for always stopping in, even when you can't stay long. You always make an effort to come in. Bye, Carrie. I see everyone saying bye to Carrie, so goodbye. I missed your goodbye. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. All right. You take care. Have a good night, Carrie. All right. Hey, Conrad. Yeah, me too. That's my number one thing. That's what I want to see. Okay, so let's look at some questions here. We got some questions here. Where are we at? Da-da-da-da. All right, I've caught up with the chat, so let me go back to some that I've starred here. All right, Apollo had a question earlier. Craven, do you foresee anyone related to Roman being a part of a future Scream? I think it's highly possible because there's so little that we know of Roman during those years between Scream 1 and Scream 3, we just don't know. Anything could have happened. He could have had kids. He could have multiple kids from different mothers even. So when we start looking at, people in like Sam's age range in the early 20s, mid 20s, like anywhere from it could have been born around 2000 because Scream 3 was made in 2000, so it would have been anyone prior to that with a birth date prior to 2001 or whatever came out. Well, the movie came out, I think it was February of 2000, if I remember right. So let's just say if we're going to use the release date kind of as our calendar, then anyone born prior to February of, well, not born, they would be born, could be born even 9 months later, right? So November, something like that. So anyone born in 2000, just to make it simple, so we could just round it out and say the whole year, could possibly be, or before, could be a child of Roman. So keep your eyes out in the Scream 6. If we see some new characters that are in their 20s, like Sam, then hey, they're on my radar. I'm gonna be paying attention to them for sure. Like Richie. I mean, Richie's another one. Like he was, we don't. I don't think he had any involvement at all with Roman, but just as an example, Richie was in his 20s. He was around Sam's age, so Richie could have easily been up until the point where we find out he just met Amber on Reddit or Dreadit. He could have been related to Roman. I mean, anybody in that age range. So I would just say, Apollo, let's keep our eyes out in 6 for any characters around Sam's age. And, you know, you never know. It's possible. I don't expect it per se, but I think it's possible. Yeah, I do. Let's see. Hey, by the way, guys, just want to mention real quick here. We got like 38 people in the chat, which is amazing. We only got 16 likes on the chat. So this live stream only has 16 likes. So if you're enjoying yourself, I'd appreciate it greatly. It really does help this stream get kicked out to more people that can see it tonight while they're watching while we're on live. So I would greatly appreciate it if you haven't yet, just to smash the thumbs up button and let's help some other folks find this stream. I'd appreciate it, man. All right, what do we got? Dominic, let's see here. I see something here. It says let's dive right in. Okay, let's do it. We know the killer in Scream 6 is someone we already know. It's the monkey from Chain Silent Bombs. Oh, dang. Oh, I never will forget that scene. That was awesome. Wes Craven sitting there on set directing it. It's the monkey. All right, Extron. Let's see. We got a question here. What if in Scream 6 we see someone get attacked like sliced on the arm, and we think they're the killer because they've lived. Then we see them die at the end, and we actually weren't the killer. Yeah, I mean that's cool. That's cool. I mean I can't see what I'm saying. I want to start going full bore in my voice. I got to reel it in. Yeah, I'd be down with that because the whole arm. We've seen it happen before, right? Remember, we saw Derek from Scream 2, and Derek in Scream 2 got cut on the arm and was not a killer. So it's happened before, but we have seen it happen now with Jill and with Richie. So the last 2 Scream films, we've gotten the slice on the arm going, and boom, there you go. They both were killers. So I think that if you're going to do the arm slice, if we're going to do that again, then let's not have him be a killer for a third straight movie. That's just way too much, way too predictable. Let's definitely do this where if you're going to cut that arm, let's let him not be the killer. Absolutely, 100%, 100% correct. What's up, Stu is alive? I see you here, late to the party. Hey, we're actually just getting started. We're just got some questions I'm going through, taking some Q&A. And so if you have a question for me you'd like my perspective on, feel free to fire away. Thank you, Jason. Jason, I gave you a thumbs up. Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys giving a thumbs up on the live stream. It helps out a lot. It really does. Let's take a look here. Who else? Jason. I'm just catching up with your chat. Hey, Jason. Thanks, man. I'm doing good. I'm just keeping my voice. Got to keep my voice low. It's recovering. I basically blew out my voice from over the weekend with 14 hours of live streaming, essentially, and it was fun. But I didn't realize when I woke up yesterday that, yeah, I mean on Sunday, excuse me, that my voice was gonna make me pay for what I did. Hey, what's going on, Heather? It's good to see you. Hey, my Craven. Sorry I missed a lot. Sorry. No, you're good. We've only been on 30 minutes, so we're just getting really started. I'll be streaming tonight till probably for about another hour, so I'll be here for a while. Yeah, I'm glad you're here as well. Okay, let's see here. Mr. Check Yourself says, "Have you ever reached out to Matthew Love for an interview?" Yeah, I've actually have, and I'm in the process of trying to make that happen. I don't know when, but I do believe it's going to happen one day. It's so there are some attempts have been made. Let's just say that to reach him. So I also have another thing that I'm going to be doing to reach out to him, follow up with someone who's going to be in touch with him for me also coming up. So and then another opportunity probably in August. So it's yeah. The short answer is yes. I've reached out to him, and it's gonna be. He's a hard one. He's a tough nut to crack for an interview, but I'm gonna stay consistent. I mean, I'm not gonna get crazy like stalky or anything like that, but I'm gonna consistently have my name in front of him. Let's just put it that way. So I think the day will come, and hopefully, next month, June 18th is gonna be a big day for the channel and for the Stu Mocker monster live stream. So you guys, we got some. I got a lot of stuff really really special planned for that day. So yeah, thank you, Ghostface Fanatic. Ghostface says that day will come when you interview. I appreciate it, buddy. I think it will too, man. I really do. I think it will. I gotta say, I don't know when. It may not be this year. It may not even be next year. I don't know, but it's coming. So, Ghostface Fanatic, thanks, buddy. Thanks for that, man. I think you're right. I believe it will happen. So is Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. I think so. I just know it. Same here. I do. The day was. I just know that day will happen. I'll let you guys know, and it's gonna melt my channel will melt down. I will like go into a coma for like a week after that and just recover. It's gonna be awesome. Um, Ghostface Fanatic with a $5 super chat again. Thank you, my man. Stu is alive. Heck yeah, he is. He faked his death. His records were hidden by his family. That's why no one mentions him. That's why they forgot about him. 100% Ghostface Fanatic, man, you are, you know what? You might as well just be a linguist because you're speaking my language. You're speaking my language. And you're absolutely right. I agree 100% that that's what happened. I think that's the easiest way to get Stu Macher back into a Scream film. It's the backstory that explains all the questions. And then it just comes down to could he survive the TV that fell literally just a few feet on top of him? It's not even a very tall cabinet that thing was sitting on. And he was bracing it with his arms. And could he survive 4 stab wounds? Well, folks, Chad was stabbed, I think, 8 times, like twice the amount of Stu, and he survived Scream 5. So, if anyone's going to accept that Chad legitimately lived, then they certainly can't say Stu didn't at all. And so, I love the idea, Ghostface. If I'm writing the story, I'm writing it that way. That's how I would do it. And again, I've said before, there's other ways you could get Stu back without him faking his death, but it's the easiest. It's just the easiest way to do it. So, yeah, it's the way to go, man. Thanks for the super chat, Ghostface. I 100%. Agree. And by the way, there's some folks here I think that weren't here over the weekend when I was streaming. And speaking of Stu, I think it's time, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ready to get hype and you're ready to get fired up for the Stu train, check this out.
How would you envision Stu returning to Scream 5?
Scarred. Well, he's not in 5, I'll tell you that. But whenever he comes back somewhere in the future, because that's what happens in horror movies all the time, they bring the killers back. He's scarred, but yet handsome with great abs.
He feels he didn't die.
I didn't, dude. I will throw a TV on my face right now to prove it. On TV, I will be like, here's the deal. This 2-ton TV, I'm going to throw on my face. And if I die, then I will let this moment go.
I think the TVs now you wouldn't die, but the TVs back then you definitely would.
I would not die. I would not die. They had to add those sparks. Those sparks aren't real.
So I would like to argue on behalf of the stupidheads out there that he is still alive.
Wow. I hope that gets you guys fired up because it still gets me fired up like crazy. And I mean, when I edited that thing together, it was on Friday, getting ready for the mega party stream. I was just like getting all excited. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. So, for everybody on the Stew train, that's for you. That is for you. And that is who better than Matthew Lillard himself to let us know about Stu Macher's status. And here he is right there for you from the man himself, his own words, not my words, his words. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming, guys. It's coming. It's not going to be long. That Stu train is rolling. Heather says, that's the best video ever I've seen. That's awesome. Thanks, Heather. Appreciate it. Okay. So, let's take a look here. Who else we got? What else we got in the chat here? Memo Boy says, how come in Scream 5 we saw Chad and Liv in the bar when Vince showed up? Is it allowed to enter the bar? Actually, yeah, that actually wasn't actually a bar. That was more of like an arcade kind of situation because they were under 21, obviously, and they even, in fact, Vince even mentioned when he came in, he said, "You guys want to get out of here, not don't live. You want to get out of here and not have one of these kiddie drinks or whatever." So yeah, that's what it was. It was kind of where it was arcades, it had pool tables, arcade games, that kind of stuff. And so they probably just had like soft drinks and water and that kind of stuff you could drink, but non-alcoholic. So that's what it was, and that's why he was coming in there saying, "Let's get out and go get a real drink." So yeah, good question. Let's take a look here. Dominic with the question saying, do you think it would be cool to see two ghost faces who don't know about each other, both with their own agendas, facing off in costume? Yeah, I mean that could definitely be very interesting. Um, you know, I don't know. I guess that's a pretty intricate story to write. That's the only thing I'm concerned about because I mean, look at Scream 5. We had two killers together, and we had all these characters, and the pace was super fast. We really didn't get a lot of development, and the only thing I'm worried about with that idea, although again I think it's a cool idea, like in theory, but my concern is that that the writing's just going to have to. There's a lot going on because if you've got two Ghostface killers killing people that don't know about each other, completely separate, then you've got two stories to tell. You've got the story for each of those killers. What is their motive and their backstory? And again, I'm not saying you couldn't do it, right? But I'm just thinking the more additional storylines we add to this script, the more time you have to take away from developing both of them, because now you're sharing the time. So I think it sounds good and it could be fun. I would probably say I would probably prefer not to do that, because I would rather them focus on the killers who are doing the two killers, hopefully three, right? Or knock on wood, give us more than two in this time, and just develop their story and develop it well and have it well written versus trying to write basically a subplot within the movie. I just don't know if they could pull it off. I'm just being totally honest with you. That's tough. If Kevin Williamson was writing this, if he was the one, I would have a little bit more confidence that that could be done, because he's such a veteran writer. He's been doing this for 20 plus 25 years plus. And so, but he's not writing this. So I think it sounds great, but I'm afraid the actual product we got would leave us lacking and wanting more. Great question though. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Keeping an eye out for super chats just in case they come in, because the super chats always go to the front of the line. So, all right, let me go back here. All right. All right. Cody, if they showed a picture of Stu, would that make you happy in Scream 6 if he isn't in the movie? But if he is, I mean, it would. I mean, I don't. Honestly, not really. I think the only thing that's going to make me happy per se is if we see Stu. If you're talking about Stu, as far as Stu goes, yeah, pictures great. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but it'd be like, okay, what purpose is this picture serving? Or is it just like a Leslie Mocker maybe? Or if we get Leslie maybe in her house and she's got a picture of Stu up on the wall or on a mantle or something. I mean, that's fine. Sure. But I mean, if Stu's gonna be in it, I want him in it to win it, in it to kill it. Let's take a look here. Scotty, what's up, Scotty Wilson? How do I think Halloween ends will end? Boy, that's a golden question right there. That's the question that everyone wants to know the answer to, including myself. So, you know, I'm actually in the middle of preparing a video for that very question, and I've already got my prep work done. And actually, when this stream ends, I'm gonna be starting to work on recording it, and hopefully, I'll have it up either tonight or tomorrow morning. It'll be coming out, but it's on one of the theories that's a little bit more of a controversial theory. I've mentioned it here before, and I found an article from earlier this month that I had not seen, and they wrote a pretty substantial article on it. So I decided I would go ahead and do a video just on the theory of Allison. So how I think, though, you're asking me how I think it's going to end. And personally, here's what I think is going to happen. I think that Michael kills Laurie. Laurie Strode's dying in this movie. I don't see any way she is a survivor. I believe she dies trying to save Allison. And then Michael, I think, will actually end up being either alive at the end, or he will die, but his spirit, if you will, his essence will still live. And that's kind of what I'm getting into in my next video. So stay tuned on that. I'm going to tap into that and how Allison plays into that theory. But I do believe Lori's dead for sure. I think Lindsay's going to die. And I've said I really would prefer Lindsay to live, because if they kill off Hawkins, Lori, and Lindsay, there are no survivors at that point from Halloween 78. Which is, it's sad, man. I mean, I hate that, because I would love to see at least one person from that original film survive it. And but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think that basically this is David Gordon Green's way of ending the entire thing for that original 78 timeline. This is, we're going to kill them all. Okay? They're all dead. We're killing Lori, we're killing Hawkins, we're killing Lindsay. And some of you out there believe Tommy survived. I hope he did. I don't think he did. I hope he did. So if Tommy somebody and somehow some miracle is alive, he's dead. He's not going to make it. They're going to kill everyone connected to 78. So it's like done. It's over. The story's over. And this is it. Halloween ends. It ends for all of that original timeline. Only questions I have are in Michael Myers and in Allison. Because I don't believe that they are setting up Allison to be a new final girl for a next trilogy or anything. I really don't. I truly believe the whole Laurie Strode line, a family line, and story ends with this film. So if Allison lives, she could live, but I think that's it, though. I still don't think that anything's going to ever come out of. We're not going to have another Halloween where Allison is the lead character. I don't think so. I think that the next Halloween movies we get will be either like an anthology series where it's a different story every movie, or it'll just be Michael Myers back with a whole new storyline, a whole new line of victims. It'll just start from scratch. It'll just reboot the franchise, just reboot it from scratch. So having said that, yeah, I think that if I was betting on it, I would say everyone dies from 78. Just mark them off. And I think the movie ends with Halloween, with if Michael Myers dies, his evil, the evil that's within him, that evil is immaterial. You got to remember this. It's immaterial. And with Halloween Kills, David Gordon Green, despite saying that Michael's only human, he's reintroduced the supernatural element. Because that mob scene, there's no way that he survives that without some type of supernatural abilities. And the narration that Laurie gives to Hawkins in the hospital, or to the audience, it confirms that. It affirms that the more he kills it, the more he transcends it, the more stronger he becomes. So all of that is supernatural. That is immaterial stuff. So whether, no matter what David said, he's introduced it back. So there is that element that can't be ignored. So I think what will happen is if he appears to die, his essence, the immaterial evil that's within him, it will go to someone else. It could go to Allison. Or I think it could appear that he dies, but then at the end we hear breathing for the mask, or there's some kind of an ambiguous, something like, oh shoot, he's still alive. But that's it. It just ends there. So those are my thoughts, Scotty. But check out for my video. Make sure you subscribe. I mean, not subscribe. Well, subscribe too. But make sure you have your bell notification button hit on the channel, because it's going to come out either later tonight, much later tonight, or it'll come out in the morning. And I'm going to dive into that whole idea of what about Allison, excuse me. And could something be going on there with that? All right, let's take a look here. Got a super chat here when I hope it's up. Ghostface Fanatic with a $10 super chat. Thank you, my man. Thank you for your support, buddy. Really appreciate it. If Richie could survive multiple stabs and a stab to the side of the face, right? Then Stu could survive the TV. 100%. Hashtag Stu is alive. Hashtag Stu survive the TV. You better believe it. Oh, yeah, no doubt in my mind. That's right. Anyone who says Stu is dead, then I'm going to ask them, do you believe Chad survived? Is he alive? And like you said, your point about even Richie, I mean, he stabbed 23 times and he's still talking about his darn movie. What about my ending? Like, oh, come on, man. So, yeah, Ghostface Fanatic, I'm with you, brother. Preach it, man. And I see you over there, man. I see what you're doing on your channel. I'm loving that, man. Keeping that stew fire burning. All of my Cravenites today, we got to keep that stew fire on, burning. Keep that fire going, man, every day. And on June 18th, oh boy, all I can say is buckle up, get your popcorn ready, because we're bringing it on June 18th. You just wait and see. A couple of weeks from now, I'm going to make a big announcement about what the actual event is, including a trailer previewing the event. So it's going to be quite a thing. Thank you, Ghostface Fanatic, man. I really appreciate your support, buddy. Really helps him tremendously, man. Thank you. And I love your feedback and comments. All right. Fantastic. Conrad says it's burning. Yeah, it is. It is burning strongly. It's not going out anytime soon. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Catching up on my chat. Catching up with you guys. Yeah, Cody makes a good point, too. I mean, it's true. Look at Tara. Getting stabbed through the hand and the back a few times. She survived it. She looked pretty darn good at the end of the movie on her crutches. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, you can make a case for a lot of these characters that got, arguably worse trauma. In that situation. And they still lived. Heck yeah. I mean, Chad's a huge one too, man. I mean, Chad was like, bro, yeah, that guy made it. And he was just laying out there for what, 30 minutes? Just laying out there for 30 minutes with all these stab wounds, 7 or 8 stab wounds all over the place, and he's bleeding out in the yard, and he survived. So come on. Stu absolutely is alive. Like I say, he was stabbed half the amount of times as Chad. And that TV is so overrated. That is, no. No. Let's see here. Alrighty, let's take a look what we got here. Hawkins House of Horror says, Scream 6, huge cliffhanger. 6 ends with Ghostface being revealed and killed. Credits start. Post scene. Phone rings. Lady picks up and says hello. It's Sydney. Ghostface. Stu says, surprise, Sydney. Man, I'm all for it, Hawkins. I'm telling you, the rumors floating around there that there's going to be a cliffhanger ending to this movie. And that it's going to be Sydney that picks up the phone at the van. She's going to have a little cameo. It's going to be her only scene in the movie. And she picks up the phone and someone says, well, we don't know what they're going to say, but it's Ghostface basically on the phone. And the movie's going to end there. And I'm like, if this happens, guys, if that really is what ends up happening, this is setting up Stu perfectly. The stage will be set for him in the best way possible if they do that. Amber says, "Would you consider me to be a guest on the 18th if you're not booked?" Amber, I would love to, but it's already locked down. I've got this. We've been working on this project since 1st of April now, something like that. I mean, it's we're meeting every week. It's pretty in depth. You guys are going to be. Yeah, I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I mean, this is not just a live stream. This is like a theatrical performance. It's pretty cool. I don't want to say any more right now, but yeah, thinking this. Yeah, we've been working, like I say, for probably 6 weeks already, and it's yeah, it's you'll see what I mean when we do it. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Conrad says I'll be there for that cliffhanger. Yeah, I think so too. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was just a yeah. Been working on it for like I say for quite a while now. But I do appreciate you asking. That's very cool. Very cool of you to want to be involved. Let's see here. Remo Boy with a super chat. Thank you so much. I'm not sure what DKK is. Where that? What? Oh, it's Denmark. It's Denmark, right? I think he says Denmark. Cool. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that very much. If you have a question, let me know. Or if your didn't question didn't come through, or if you were just wanting to support the channel and say and let me know, then I appreciate that either way. But if you have a question, Memo Boy, that you want to get specifically, then please put it through, and I'll be sure and cover that. Thank you so much. Very appreciated. Very nice of you. Very generous. Thank you very much. Super chats are so awesome, guys. They really help out. They help me and the channel out so much every month, and it means the world to me. So thank you, guys. All right, let's see. Let's take a look here. All right, I see some more questions coming through. Yeah, haunted. That's what I'm talking about. Always had it. I tell you. Of course, I here's what I'd like to see. Like, I understand the sentiment, and we hear that, but here's the thing. I almost would prefer not having a positive identity of what happens. Here's what I'm saying. I would like to see Sydney in her house having fun, just she's in her house with her kids or whatever. Her phone rings. She answers her phone, and instead of us hearing what happens on the other line, we don't hear the other voice. We don't hear Ghostface. All we see is Sydney's face turn from this big smile because she's just like I say, she's making it a moment where she's having fun with her family. She's like, hello, she's smiling, hello. And then her face just completely changes. It transforms to this very face of like dread, like very concerned, a lot of concern. And she says something like, "It can't be." And then boom, end credits to be continued. Or she's like, "Hello," and then her face just changes, and then she says something like, "How did you find me?" Bam, to be continued. That is how personally I would write that ending. I would write it where we don't hear Ghostface talk, because at that point we don't even know if it's Ghostface. It could be literally, in other words, it could be Ghostface, and most likely is, but it could be Matthew Lillard calling her in his normal voice. He could just be calling up saying, "Hey, I'm back," or "Hey, I know where you live," or, surprise. And then, like you said earlier, but that's how I'd like it to be, because you know what would happen is for the entire year or 2 years that we're waiting for Scream 7, we are going to be going insane on this channel, theorizing of who it could be. We think it's Stu. Okay, if it's not Stu, who else could it be? And we start coming up with a whole lineup of people. I'm just telling you, it could be so much fun, so much anticipation. But to quote my good friend Eric, the Bearded Entertainment, he reminds me of this, and it makes a good point. If this is all fun and games, unless they don't bring Stu back. So if they end on that cliffhanger, like I just described, and we get to 7, and there is no Stu Mocker, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so disappointed. And this, I will be absolutely like, what are you doing? Seriously. I can't do the voice right now because I can't get up there. As Fate would say, what are you doing? You know what I'm talking about. You guys know Fate. So I really, that's the thing. I mean, that's the whole thing right there. I need to make sure that they deliver if I'm doing it. And that's what I would only do that if Stu's coming back. And if it's not going to be Stu coming back, then don't do that. Please don't do that because it literally is going to be a letdown. It'll be a major letdown. Let's see here. Memo Boy, I see you here with your question here. Thank you. Craven, you're welcome. Yes, well, I appreciate that. I want to ask you, did Tara ever call the police in the opening scene? Because she said that to Ghostface, and we hear police at the end. Ghostface Denver. Yes, she did through the alarm app on her phone. So she basically did the app where she didn't actually physically herself like call 911, but through the panic button on her alarm app, it did it. And so yes, she did. She did through the app that was on her phone. That kept on going unlocked and unlocked and then locked and unlocked back and forth. And that's wow, excuse me. That's why she said to to the killer, she's like, I just called the police, you a hole, and that's how she did it. So yeah, that's a great question. She sure did. But I still believe though that even if the police had not gotten there, Tara was not going to be killed anyway. The killer was not trying to kill Tara. The whole point of Tara was to get Sam there. So, the police got there and they got away, but I guarantee you that killer would have left Tara alive because if you kill her, then you have Sam coming back just for a funeral. But if you keep her alive, you've got Sam there for a lot longer than a funeral. Funeral would have been a very short visit, but if you do it where she's alive and in the hospital, well, now you've got more time to kill Sam. You're not trying to be in such a rush. So, yeah. Anyway, great question, my boy. And again, thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate you. It's awesome. Much appreciated. Jason, I see you asking if I like Stranger Things. I do like Stranger Things, man. I've seen all the seasons, and I'm ready for season 4 to come out soon. And it's so funny. I'm showing it to my daughter. My daughter's never seen it, and we sat down and started watching season 1. I think I don't know, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. And we watched season 1. She really liked it. We started season 2. And so we're at the very end of season 2 right now. And we're going to get season 3 watched before 4. So I'm so happy to see her. My daughter's 11. So she's at the age where she can appreciate that. Yeah, she can appreciate it. So great question. I'm taking it, Jason, that you also enjoy Stranger Things, I'm guessing as well. So, all right. Let's take a look here. Let me go back here. Denisha had a question earlier that said, I saw your video, Kirby, a new cast member. Okay. Do you trust radio silence on Scream 6 film or more concerns on the film? Bring Stu back and Nev and Stu showdown. Yeah. So, I mean, I look, I'm giving them the, wow, my voice, sorry. I'm telling you guys, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. They didn't do terrible on Scream Five. I don't think they. At least in my book, they didn't. So I don't. I'm not going to say it was super great or anything, but they did good enough for me to say they've earned they've earned the right for me to be cautiously optimistic. And I'm going to take him at face value. I mean, Tyler came out and said, look, straight up, we are willing to risk it all. And I mean, that's strong languages. We're willing to risk it all to subvert fan expectations for Scream Six. Sorry for Scream Six, and then they followed up by saying we're so far down the rabbit hole of these sequels, these Scream movies, that everything is up for grabs. All right, so again, I'm just going to take him at face value, and I'll say it like this, Denisha: if we get into Scream Six and it is exactly what we think, there's no surprises. It's all very formulatic, very predictable. Then I won't trust them anymore after that. No, that's gonna be it for me. When I won't believe a word they say after that, as far as marketing goes. So, but I'm willing to still believe them for now. I just hope that they do a better job as far as marketing goes right now. A better job with the trailer, please. Learn from your mistakes of the last trailer because they weren't completely honest with us last year on Scream 5 because they said that the trailer was filled with misdirections, right? It was filled with misdirects, and you can't really trust what you're seeing. So, what you think are spoilers are not actually spoilers. That's what Chad Villela said last year. I did a whole video on it, got the article and everything. Well, what happened with that trailer? There was just no misdirection at all. And everything that we thought was a spoiler, it was. We saw Amber burning in the kitchen. We already knew Amber was going to burn in the kitchen. We already saw Sam stabbing Richie in the front door. It was to the point where we were just trying to decide whether Richie was a ghost face or not. Because we already knew he was getting stabbed by Sam. So it was just like, is he a ghost face or is Sam going to be killing him thinking he's a ghost face? Like, maybe that's the misdirection. So anyway, I guess I'm saying all that to say that I just hope that they've learned from all that, and that in this year's trailer for Scream 6, they don't put any footage from the third act of the movie, so nothing for the third act, and they won't put any revealing shots that aren't necessary to be in there, like Sam. I mean, again, that's all third act footage. Take all the third act footage out of that Scream 5 trailer, and I think, if I remember right, it's a solid trailer. Because we lose Amber on fire. We lose Sam stabbing Richie. And I keep thinking there's a third one, and it's bugging the crud out of me right now. Oh, yeah. Stu's house. Dude, they try to make it a huge surprise in the movie. And every one of us in that theater already knew they were at Stu's house. There was no mystery at all to that because they showed it to us. Now, some of us would have still recognized that staircase and we would have picked it up. But a lot of people would not have. Us diehard fans who we know these movies like we could literally quote the script, like most of all of us could. We're going to notice it's Stu's house. But the rest of the fans, the more what you call your common fans, if you will, is that they probably wouldn't even have caught up on that. So yeah, I just hope that they've learned their lesson. They won't repeat those mistakes, and that they'll do a much better job on their trailers, please, and their TV spots, because Scream is a whodunit movie. This is not just a a slasher movie like a Halloween or Jason film where frankly his trailer doesn't really matter. It's just uh, we know it's Jason, we know it's Michael, we know there's death, there's killings. Yeah, you could ruin some of the kills by showing them, sure. But as far as a story goes, there's no real whodunit aspect to any of that. So this is different. Scream is not that. Scream is all about the whodunit, the mystery, the meta aspects. So anyway, Denisha, that's my answer to your question here, and we'll just see. I'm gonna go in optimistic, giving him the benefit of the doubt, and if they prove me wrong again, then I'm not gonna fall for it anymore. Say, yep, you cried wolf too many times. Let's see. Christ rules all, says Craven. What is the idea of Sydney being the killer or accomplice? Personally, I think it's a terrible idea. I hate it with the passion. I think Sydney, anything other than the survivor, fighter, final girl that she is completely betraying her character. It's betraying who Wes Craven and Kevin wrote her to be, this strong female survivor, and she's a hero. And if she turned into a ghost face now, I mean, she's been a killer, right? She's killed a lot of people, but she's killed in defense, self-defense. She's not killed as a ghost face. And I'm assuming you're meaning ghost face. If she were to turn into a ghost face killer or accomplice, she's basically betrayed all of that from the previous films. It would almost like cheapen all of that. So I'm not a fan of it personally. Never have been, and I personally hope we never would see that. Heather says, I want more on Maureen's storyline. I mean, more of what happened in all of the storyline. Yeah, I mean, it would be great. Believe me, I know that Lynn McCree, who plays Maureen Prescott, I've had her on the channel now twice, and her and I have spoken many times outside of the channel, and I know that she's definitely on board for coming back. She would love to return to the franchise as Maureen, and there's a lot of story to be told with her character. So I agree, Heather. Jackie with a question: are you interested to see any of the Stab series? Perhaps some scenes with the other cast members we know of but have not yet seen, or rather, they move away from it. Jackie, it's weird because I've always kind of just been I've been a bit neutral on this. I really have. I've been neutral on the whole Stab series. I think I really enjoyed it in Scream 2 when we had the Stab, the very first incarnation of Stab. That was cool, and I didn't mind it. Like Stab 3 or Scream 3, they're doing Stab. That was fun. But once we got to Scream 4 and we had the fictitious, well, they're all fictitious, but the Scream or the Stab 4 and 5 and 6, right, and 7. We didn't see those movies. We just saw the intros, a couple of intros for 6 and 7. But I mean, they've always been fun. So I'm okay with them incorporating some component, but it would not. I wouldn't be upset if they didn't. I wouldn't come on the channel and say, "Darn it, I was really wanting to see some Stab, stuff." I would just be like, "Oh, they chose not to do Stab, so maybe they'll bring it back." But it didn't really hurt the movie. That's probably what I would say, Jackie. I think it's cool if it's done right. It can be fun, but it's not on my short list of what I want. That would maybe later down the list of items I want in 6. What do you think, Jackie? What do you want? Do you want to see it? I'm curious. Leave a comment. Let me know. Scotty says, "Do you think Craven will have a new Craven? Do you think Michael will have a new mask in Halloween Ends?" I, you know what? With a time jump of 4 years, I tend to think at some point he's going to have a new mask. I don't know. Maybe it starts off with him with that burned, nasty old mask that's got 4 years of whatever sweat and everything else in it, dead skin. It's gross stuff. I mean, I personally would like to see him go out with a fresh, bright white mask again. Just let's go. And maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe he starts off with that mask, and when he comes back I'm assuming he comes back to Haddonfield. We have no idea exactly what's going to happen, but assuming he comes back to Haddonfield, then maybe he grabs a new one. He steals it off somebody's, if it's Halloween night, he just takes it off somebody's own face and uses it. Or, hey, man, let's go back. Let's do 78 again. Or 2018. Go to the hardware store. He knows where they sell them. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see him go out with a nice clean mask, and let's do it right. What's up, Oracle? Hey, Craven. If they end up revealing Stu near the end of 6, or if they save him for 7, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. Me too. Me too. Very much so. All I can tell you is I will be having some amazing live streams with you guys. I can only imagine we're going. It's going to be it's going to be a mega. You talking about a mega party? If we get a review of Stu, or not a review, but a reveal of Stu, or something indicating he's back in this movie at the end, we're going to have a mega stream of mega streams, and we may just go 24 hours. I don't care. Jackie, get ready. We may go 24 hours. All right, let's see here. Conrad says Scream 6 has to be unpredictable. I agree. 100%. What's up, Eric Torres? Welcome. Yeah, that's a good question, too. What's Kirby's role going to be? I mean, I think, first of all, I have to say, I do not want her to be killed in the opening. If they kill Kirby in the opening sequence of this movie, I swear to you, it's going to take all I have to sit there in that theater and just wait and watch the rest of that movie. I'll do it. Trust me, I won't leave. But they're going to have such a mountain to climb to earn me back by the end of that movie. It's going to be rough. But if she's back, I hope and I'm not saying she can't die, but if you make her the opening kill, oh, heck no. No, you got to keep her there. You got to keep her there, and she needs to be there I would prefer her to be there all the way to the third act at least. I want her. If I'm writing the movie, I'm having her survive. And she lives, she helps out. And I think her role is in the role of a college professor or as a counselor, psychologist. So she could have, for all the trauma that happened to her in 4, she could have said, you know what, I'm going to rise above these things. I'm going to turn this into, turn this into fuel, basically. And she could have gone to school, got her training in counseling and psychology, and then she's going on to help victims that suffer this type of trauma. And that would be a great way and an easy way to incorporate her into the story without it seeming forced. And the other way would be if she was a professor at the college that Tara, Mindy, and Chad are all going to, presumably. That's what I think is going to happen at this point. I'm 98% positive at this point. And if she's teaching, hey, she could be teaching criminal justice. I know the first idea I thought of was, well, maybe she's teaching a film class, and she could be. But what if she's teaching criminal justice? And again, being a survivor, she decided she's going to get into some type of law and law enforcement, maybe even. And so she's teaching criminal justice to students who are going to be police officers or federal agents, that kind of thing. Those are two easy ways in my mind, that you can write her into Scream 6 and it's not forced. It's not like a square peg in a round hole thing. It fits, and it would be easy to write that, I would think. So that's what I'm thinking for her role. So, what's up, Milo? Hey, man. I'm trying, guys. My throat, it's rough. I'm trying to hang in there for you. Glad you could make it to the stream, Milo. Good to see you. All right, let's take a look here. Hey, what's up, Fate? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Just wanted to say hey to Craven and all the beautiful people. Well, thanks, Fate. I decided to do a little late evening stream, which is definitely not my normal time slot, but thought I'd surprise people today and do one now. And I've got to see some people that normally can't attend at night, so it's really cool. So Fate, if you're still here, man, thanks for popping in, buddy. And be sure you guys check out Fate's channel if you haven't already. And he's one of my good friends, buddy, in the collective with me. And Fate, if you have any live streams going on later today or anything, just let you know I'm not streaming anymore tonight after this stream ends. I'm going to be stopping here in about 20 minutes or so. And then because Night has a stream coming up at 7:30 my time central, so I want to be off so everyone can go over to Night's channel. And I don't have anything going on. Normally I was going to stream at later night, but I'm not tonight. So anyway, Fate, if you're doing anything tonight, leave a comment. If not, thanks for coming by, man. Good to see you as always. Craven coming in with a sexy, sensual voice. That's funny. Oh gosh. New Horror Squad, what's your Instagram? Well, yeah, you can actually. My Instagram is it's at. Well, actually, you can actually just search for. Just put in Craven something scary. I think it's at Craven something scary altogether. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, come follow me over there. It'd be great. You can shoot me a message and say hey. Be good to see you. Chat and catch up. A Ghostface Fanatic coming in with a $20 super chat. Thank you, my man. Awesome. Appreciate that, buddy. I think Stu will be in Scream 7. I think, it seems like that's the way they're doing it because in Scream 5, still Stu killed Dewey, and I think he did the attack on Tara. Okay. Also, Amber wasn't around if Richie was with Sam. Well, that wasn't him. Yeah. No, listen, I agree. I have to say, I believe that if Radio Silence does the right thing and they bring Stu back, which the groundwork, there's already breadcrumbs in Scream 5. They're not overt, right? They're not going to beat you over the head, but they're there. And I'm actually trying to work on a video. I've been working on it for 2 weeks, but all these other stuff's been coming up with like updates. But I'm putting one out soon that will talk about that. But Ghostface Fanatic, I agree. I think Scream 6, you lay down a little more foundation for Stu. You don't do it in 6, but in 7, we get Stu back. We finally get Stu back, and yeah, I think you're right, man. And as far as killing Dewey, killing Stu, oh my gosh, Stu killing Dewey, that's a possibility. I can't rule it out. There is a little bit issue with the height thing going on there. That's the only thing I'm a little concerned with. That I've backed off of that stance just a little bit from where I used to be, because I think that when you look at the height measurements, not measurements, but like comparisons, I think Stu would have been taller. So here's the way I say it, though, Ghostface. He could have. So first of all, let's get that out there. He might have. But if Stu didn't kill him, it wasn't Amber. I'm going to stick to that. I'm 100%. And I know there's a lot of people that staunchly disagree, and that's fine. I mean, that's the whole beauty of all this, is that we have our different ideas. But I do not believe it was Amber, for sure. I'll go with you on that. I'll go there with you 100%. And yeah, so good stuff, man. I think you're right, though. I do. I believe 7 is the final showdown. And that's why we see the cliffhanger with Sydney at the end of 6. She gets the call. It's Stu Macher. And it screams 7, baby. It's going to be a bloodbath. It is going to be the ultimate showdown where Stu Macher's back. Sam and Tara will be there. I believe they're surviving 6. They're going to be there. And Sydney's going to be back in this one. And it's going to be the end of Stu Macher. They will definitively kill him now. I accept that. But I'm okay with that. Because after all these years and waiting and waiting and waiting for Stu as he's been out there in hiding, we're finally going to get him back, I believe, in 7. Thank you, Ghostface Fanatic, for your super chat. So generous, man. And I'm with you 100%, Ghostface. I got your back, buddy. All day long, my friend. All day long. Let's see here. Okay. Andrew. What's up, Andrew? Just Craven, just want to tell you I love your content and the community and watch you religiously. Oh, thank you. Just been creeping in the shadows, but I'm ready to join the cult this weekend. Oh, hey, I'm ready to baby. Get it up. Okay. I wish I could talk louder, Andrew. I love it, man. Well, listen, brother. I appreciate you first of all. Thank you for watching all of my content, man. That really that means the world to me. And you know, the best thing you can tell a content creator is that you enjoy the content because we work hard on it. All content creators really, that are really doing their best efforts are really working hard at it. And so it means a lot to know that you're enjoying all of it, man, and you're watching it all. And hey, it's okay to creep in the shadows, but I love it when you come out to the light because then I can see you here. So, and you're going to join the cult this weekend. So I take it you're going to become a member this weekend. Wonderful. Well, listen, you know what to do. Hit that join button whenever you're ready, and I will be looking for you to join. And hey, if you join while I'm on a live stream this weekend or something, then I'll get to see it live in real time. But even if not, I'll still know. So, well, thank you, Andrew. Very nice of you. I appreciate you, man. Get it up. Yes. Love it. Let's take a look here. Memo Boy with another super chat. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Means a lot, but it really does mean so much, guys. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. That's the reason why. It's true. It really does. Um, I see you there, Amber. Thank you, Amber. Knocking out that spam. I just saw your message there. That's awesome. Thank you. One of my moderators, necessary distraction, Amber. She's always on top of things. Craven, we're going to see a lot from the parents in Scream 6. Are we going to see a lot? I wouldn't mind seeing Christina, Sam and Tara's mom. Also, Leslie and the Hank Loomis. Yeah, it's so interesting because we never see parents in these movies. I mean, we saw Neil Prescott in the opening of Scream 1, right? And we saw Neil again in Scream 3. And Scream 4, we saw Jill's mom for like 5 minutes, right? Just for a little bit. But really, the parents are absentee. They're never in these movies. And so I think that we probably won't. Listen, if they're going off to college, I don't think we're going to see much of the parents again. I think we're going to. I think. Think back to Scream 2. Think back to Scream 2. I believe that's the model Radio Silence is following for this movie. I do. I think that's the model that they're going to follow. In which case, we're not gonna have any. We're not gonna have any parents. I just don't think we will. Now, the only exception to that I could see is if we do see Christina. Right? I think Christina, and I see Leslie. Yep. Christina and Leslie, I think those are both possibilities because they were introduced in the last film, and we know Leslie's alive and we know Christina's out there. So I do believe that it's very possible that we're going to see, we're going to see one, at least one of them. I think Leslie is honestly going to be involved in this movie. I think she's going to be a red herring, or I don't know, she could be more. We'll have to wait and see. And the same thing with Christina. I don't know if they're in college and they're not in Woodsboro anymore. I don't think Christina will be in this movie. And you can make the same case for Leslie Mocker, right? Both of them, for that matter, because this movie's not in Woodsboro. We know that. We know it's. We've already confirmed that. And so the natural assumption is they're in college. And if they go to McGill University, which is around the downtown area of Montreal out there, it all looks like New York. I'm telling you, New York City is where we're going. I'm sticking with that. Now, if I see the trailers come out, and obviously it's a different setup, I reserve the right to change it. But based on the information that we have right now, I think in my mind, we're absolutely going to be going to New York City. That's where I think we're going. Jackie, I see you had to head out, so good night, Jackie. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll do it again soon. Thank you. So thanks so much for the super chat, man. Remember, boy, I appreciate it. And Hank Loomis, I will say one last thing. Hank Loomis, I also do, I do hope we see him. I think it would be fun. Again, I know we're not in Woodsboro, but it would be great to see him have a relationship with Sam and kind of be that grandfather figure. Would be awesome. Austin, what's up, Austin, with the $5 super chat? Thank you, my man. What's good, Craven? All the Cravenite family. Hope everyone had a great day. Hashtag Stew Nation. Absolutely, Austin. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support, man. Yeah, it's been a good day. Just like I say, just been working on this voice, man. You guys can hear, you guys can tell, I'm sure, but hopefully it's not too unpleasant for you. Thank you, Austin. Man, you rock, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Austin's one of my very first monthly supporters. Yep, one of the very first. Andrew says, "Yep, becoming a member this weekend. I'm stepping into the light. Awesome, man. Thanks for the epic 8-hour party Saturday night. You are very welcome, Andrew. It's my pleasure. Had a great time." And I look forward to you becoming a Cravenite and stepping into the inner circle of the cult of Craven. We will welcome you with arms wide open. Won't we, Cravenites? I know we will. What's up, Nate State? Or Nate's Taste, excuse me. My eyes always go to Net's State, and I never missee the S. Well, I mean, I see it, but I don't ever say it, so... Anyway, Oda with Craven is a legend. Oh, thank you. Hashtag Stu Trade, get it up. That's right, buddy. Thanks, Oda. I appreciate it, man. Very much. And by the way, I want to mention really quickly that this weekend, I don't have sorry for rubbing my eye, guys. It's got a little eye itch there. Don't worry, it's not pink eye. It was just an itch. Oh, really, Denisha? Denisha says, put cough drops in hot water. Okay. So I got a cough drop going now, but I never thought about doing that. That's awesome. And Amber's quick to welcome you already, Andrew. We will welcome you, Cult of Craven. We have cookies. I love it. Yeah, welcome back, Extron. Good to see you back, man. So anyway, the reason I brought that up is I don't have, you know what? I think, let me see, I might have it. I was going to show you guys a little preview for what's happening. I'm going to upload it while I'm talking. So this weekend, guys, this Saturday, on the 21st. It's going to be at 9:30, I believe, p.m. Yeah, 9:30 p.m. Here we go. I've got it right here. Yes, sir. All right, I'm uploading it right now. I'm just going to show you guys rather than just tell you. All right, let's see here. We go. All right, so guys, listen. If you're not currently a channel member, if your name is not green, you're not a Cravenite yet. You have the chance to do that this week. If you can do it by Saturday morning, let's say, or Saturday afternoon, if you can get it done by Friday to play it safe, you will get an invitation to attend the members only live watch party this Saturday, the 21st, for People Under the Stairs. This is a Cravenite only watch party. So no one else will have access to the live stream. It will just be the Cravenites. And let me just tell you, we get crazy when it's just Cravenites. We can take it to the next level. It's the inner circle of the channel. And so all of you who are channel members, you are already invited for this. And I've got the video set up. I've already made a post on it. I'm going to resend it out so that everyone, we've gotten a lot of Cravenites since I set it up. So I'm going to send this out. If you guys want to become a channel member by Friday to make sure it goes through, I will invite you to this, to join us. And here's the cool thing, guys. Every single month at our watch parties, before we wrap up rather, everyone submits one movie title. And I load each movie title up onto the random wheel spinner. I spin the wheel, and wherever it lands, whatever movie title it lands, that's the movie that we watch the following month for the members only Cravenite watch party. And here's the amazing thing. If your movie gets selected by the random wheel to be watched, you get to join me here on the live stream to watch that movie that you picked. So that's pretty darn cool, pretty fun. I'm excited about it. And it's so funny because last month, 3 of the Cravenites selected People Under the Stairs. So we had 3 chances to hit it. We spun the electric wheel and it landed on People Under the Stairs. So three people are joining me this way. 3 Cravenites. Nate Taste, who was here in the chat a second ago, he's one. Brett James Bishop is another, and I believe it's Polar, who was here earlier also. Those are the 3 who are joining me Saturday night because it was their movie, and we're going to watch it here together. So anyway, if you want to watch it and be invited, this is the time this week. Yeah, that's you, Nate. You're up this week. Yep, you're up Saturday. For People Under the Stairs, the Wes Craven classic. And, Heather says, I'll be there. Amber says, I'll be there. If you're here tonight and you're a Cravenite and you're going to be there Saturday night, throw it in the chat. Just hit a little quick hashtag, I'll be there. Because I know I'll be there. All right, get it up, guys. Here we go. I can't even say this. Oh, yeah. We're going to be there. Heck yeah, we are. Hey, so don't have the movie. That's okay. You can rent it on like Amazon Prime or I'm renting it on Amazon Prime. And so that's where I usually watch it. So if you don't own Craven, if you don't own People Under the Stairs, rather, then you can rent it. Rent it on Amazon, and I will send you guys. Yeah, absolutely, Denise. That's what I'm going to actually do. You're reading my mind. So what I'm going to do Saturday night is for everyone there, all the Cravenites there. I'm going to send you a link to the watch party for the movie. So that way, once you rent it on Prime, you have to rent the movie first. But once you do, then it will let you into the watch party, and you can. I'll be able to. I'll be the one controlling the movie. So on your screen, when I press play, it'll hit play on yours. So that way, you can be locked in to the time code with me and the three guests, three Cravenites who are joining me on screen. And you'll see the same things that we're seeing at the same exact time without worrying about where your time code is. So I'll send all that out once we get into the movie. I'll put the link in the chat once we get started. Christ Rules says, Craven, did you do a watch party to Scream 5? We did. I did one. Oh, I'm sorry you're in the hospital. Oh no, with cancer. Oh, that's too bad. I'm so sorry. I hope things are better now for you. I really do. I know all about that battle with cancer, so I understand that journey. So I hope you're doing well and hopefully recovering. We just did it though on Saturday night, just 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I guess. No, yeah, 3 days. This past Saturday night, Nancy Ann Ritter, the girl from the bathroom in Scream 1, she came on the channel and we watched Scream 5 together. So, but don't worry, I'm going to do it again. There'll be another watch party. I promise you that. So I'll make sure, keep your eyes peeled. I'll do it. I'll probably do it again over the summer. And we'll do it again. Necessary says you can rent People to the Stairs for $3.99 on Xfinity. That's good. Cool. And like I say, if you guys decide you want to do it on Amazon Prime, I will be happy to send you that link for the watch party so we can all be together on it. All right, so let's see. Got a super chat here from Ghostface Fanatic. $20. Thank you, my man. Another $20 super chat. All right, so the reason I say that it was Stu that killed Dewey, okay, because that line when he said it was an honor, it means it was an honor to finally get the job done on Dewey because he couldn't in 96. I know the size difference, though. Yeah, I hear you, man. And I said the same thing. I mean, to me, it would be if, for 25 years, been waiting to get this thing done, because he failed the first time. He did. He failed. So I think you're right. It would be an honor, like for to get it done right this time. It's an honor. This is I'm getting you now. It is yes today. Like it didn't happen before, and what did Dewey say? Not today. And oh no. Yes today. There's not going to be another one of these 96 repeats where you're going to get away from me. So I 100% agree with you there, Ghostface Fanatic. I do. I mean, I've had people actually like challenge me and say, it makes no sense that Stu would say it's an honor. Why is it an honor? He already knows Dewey. I'm like, whoa, no, hold on. You're missing the point. The reason it's an honor is not because it's an honor to meet him. It's because it's an honor to finish what I started. I was like, oh, it's an honor to kill you finally. Because I tried killing you once and you got away from me. You survived it. And now I'm finally back after all this time. You thought I've been dead. I'm back, and here we go. And I'll always say this, Ghostface Fanatic. One of the biggest things about that whole kill scene with Dewey that I will stand behind from now on is that the method that Dewey was killed is unique to him. Because all of Amber's kills in that movie are all chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 stab it. In that kill scene, though, it's completely different. There's nothing like it. It's not even remotely the same. And secondly, the way he's killed is exactly the way he described how you gut someone, how you kill someone in 96 at the fountain. I mean, stomach knife in, up the sternum. I mean, it's exactly the same. And that's the only person we've ever seen on camera killed that way. Because even Casey and Stephen Orth in Scream 1, we didn't see them getting gutted out. and cut it. We just saw the aftermath of it. So I'm with you, man. I listen. I completely understand where you're coming from, and that's why I said earlier. I'm never saying that that was not Stu ever. I'm just not dying on the hill that it was Stu. But sorry about my throat. I'm not dying on that hill, but I also am not laying the sword down because I think that very well could have been. You know, the height thing, I don't know. That's something that just we're gonna have to figure that out. We're going to work a way to make that to make sense. But there might be a way. So I haven't thought a whole lot about that particular idea as far as the height thing. But I tell you this, everything else in that kill scene, to me, it screams not Amber. I will tell you that it's not Amber. That hill I'll die on. I don't care who I'm talking to. No, I'm not accepting that. So rock on, brother. Just keep that fire burning, man. Absolutely. And like I say, I'm with you, man. I mean, seriously, I'm right there with you. It would not shock me, Ghostface Fanatic, at all, if we find out in seven, if not, or six or seven, but probably seven, because that's when I think Stu's reveal is coming if they do it. That was him that killed Dewey. It wouldn't shock me at all. I'd be like, see there, I knew it. Yeah, that wasn't Amber. So great. Thanks for the super chat once again, my friend. This is a cup Kool-Aid. I will drink it. I've got to ask. I cannot remember which true. Okay, Andrew. Yeah, I'll tell you real quick. That movie is from. I mean, that movie is called Too Scared to Scream. Too Scared to Scream. It's TOO, and it's a slasher whodunit member. It's a slasher whodunit mystery. It's really a decent little movie. It's from 1986. And so you definitely should check it out. I believe it's free on either Prime. It might be Prime right now that it's free. You can actually watch it for free. And I also think it's on YouTube. I think the whole movie is on YouTube. So anyway, Andrew, you should watch it. It's a fun little well done murder mystery. I mean, it's not Scream. Right? We know that because most things aren't. But if you want a fun 80s, like, mid 80s fun little murder mystery slasher, you should check it out. And that's where the song's from. In fact, that whole opening to the movie is that song. It's like 5 minutes long of this dude just putting makeup on with that song playing the whole time. It's like, is this ever going to end? It just goes on and goes on and on. But it's fun. Conrad says, I'll be a member soon. Oh, nice, Conrad. Thank you. Better late than never. That's right, man. Heck yeah. I'll tell you what, Conrad, if you and Andrew are able to become channel members this week, like by Friday, you can join us on Saturday night for the watch party. That should be really cool. Love to have you there. And if not, that's okay. Whenever you can, it's okay. Well, I'm doing this every single month. So, all right, Amber. Yeah, Amber, I just answered that. I'm just catching up with the chats. You probably heard me. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes ago. Yep. What's up, Nick? Rawhead. Rawhead. There you go, Rawhead. What's up, Nick? One of our newer Cravenites in the family. Good to see you, Nick. What is up, my brother? Man, just thought I'd jump in for a little evening early live stream. Nick, are you going to be able to join us, bro, Saturday night for the watch party? This Saturday night, man, we've got people under the stairs Saturday night, 9:30. Nick became a Cravenite, I think, like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks at the most. He's pretty new. So, Nick, let me know in the chat if you're going to make it, man. Hope you can join us for the watch party. It's going to be a blast. I'm glad you're here, man. Okay, Conrad found it. Yeah, it was on YouTube. I thought it was. It's on YouTube, so you can watch it for free and yeah, have a good time with it. Okay, Nick says I'll be there. Rock on, bro. It's gonna be fun Saturday night. We're gonna have a great time watching that, man. You guys, make sure you get your popcorn popped, get your favorite beverages. If you have any movie candies that you like, whatever your snacks you like, because we're gonna be watching a classic Wes Craven film. I can't wait. Oh man, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's good to see you too, buddy. Coop. Coop snuck in on me here somewhere. I didn't see you. You got to go. Okay, well, bye, Coop. I get if that's unless you're saying bye to someone else. Otherwise, hello. Didn't see you. I see you now. Rock on, Rawhead. That's so funny, man. I love that. I just love that. All right. Christina says, I honestly thought Richie was related to Stu at first. Yeah. Man, I tell you, just, ooh, I just, again, a part of me really wishes we'd have gotten him in five just because they were in his house and it would have been so perfect. But you know what? I'm a fan of the long game. All right. I am. So I think putting him in seven, I don't even really want him in six, guys. I'm telling you. And I'm the conductor of the stew trade. You guys know that. But I want him in seven because I want this to be the final act of the trilogy. I want this to be what closes it down and you kind of start where it all began. So, Scotty says, do I think my new video will be tonight? It could be. Scotty, it might be. I'm ending this stream like in the next 5-10 minutes tops. And at that point, I'm going to start working on the video, the Halloween video, where I'm going to be talking about the idea of Allison becoming basically the spirit of the evil that is living in Michael begins to live in her. So it'll either be out like 10 o'clock tonight, Central Time, or it'll be tomorrow morning like 10 o'clock a.m. It'll pop up. But that's what I'm doing next. That is next. Yep. All my prep work has been done. I was working on that before I started streaming. Let's see if we got any more questions here before we wrap up here, because Night Watch Zone's stream's going to be starting soon. All right, Amber, thank you so much. You take care. You have a great evening as well, my friend. We'll catch you on the next one. Let's see here. Hey, you know what, Nick? On Saturday night, everyone gets to put in one movie title, and we're gonna spin the wheel and see what movie gets picked. So, man, dude, that should be your your movie choice, man. Because, man, you never know. I'm gonna spin that wheel, and somebody's movie's gonna get picked. So it just might be you. It might be Rawhead Rex. What's up, Mario? Yeah, it is very underrated. 100%. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that again. Oh, thank you, Amber. Thank you. I'm going to keep resting my voice. I'm not going to go too crazy. I could definitely tell you that my voice lets me know for sure that I've been using it now quite extensively for almost 2 hours. Christ rules. Outside of Nightmare, what do you consider Wes Craven's best movie? Well, I mean, to me, Scream. He's got 3 masterpiece films in my book. The 3, what I call real. I mean, I like all of his movies, and I really do. I mean, there's really not a bad one. There's some I like more than others, but the 3 masterpiece films are Last House on the Left from 1972. Nightmare on Elm Street from 84 and Scream in 96. Those 3 films, that's 3 decades of horror that he absolutely dominated. Pretty incredible. He revolutionized 3 decades. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, what he accomplished in his career, is insane. It is just incredible. So what a legend, what a master filmmaker, what a brilliant creative artist he was. And those three films to me are his masterpieces. Like those three go up on his top shelf, and there's nothing that will touch those. And then you could talk about a lot of really good other movies. I mean, People on the Stairs being one of them. I mean his movies he wrote. I mean, oh my gosh, all the Scream films in my book. Serpent and the Rainbow in its own right. The Hills Have Eyes. That movie's friggin' terrifying. It's very violating. It's a terrifying film. Deadly Blessing is a great little murder mystery. Even back then, he was doing a little who done it. Deadly Friend, fun movie, way underrated. Shocker, big fan of Shocker. Thought that was a great movie. And I love Red Eye. I love Cursed. And I like My Soul to Take. This is very, the last movie that he wrote and directed. He directed Scream 4. That was the last one he directed, but My Soul to Take came out the year before, and he wrote that movie. So anyway, I could keep going on and on because there's just so many. But yeah, he's absolutely a genius. Yeah. Conrad, have a good shift tonight, man. I hope work treats you well. And hang in there, brother. And I look forward to seeing you soon, as always. Andrew, I'll tell you what, man. I hear what you're saying, but I don't think it really is, man. I still say that I believe that we who hold the view that Stu is alive and that he could come back, we are still in the minority, believe it or not, overall Scream fans. I believe them. I think the majority is still that Stu is dead. Now, I don't know statistically. I don't have scientific data because, of course, I don't know for sure. But I think that we are. In fact, I ran a poll on my channel and I asked the question about is Stu Macher alive or dead because I wanted to see what the pulse was. And I did this poll a little while back, and I'll have to look. We'll see if I can find it real quick, because it was probably about 2 weeks ago now. So I'm gonna try to find this, and then after this poll, I'm gonna shut down because Night Watch Zone is getting ready to start. Let's see if I can find it. Da, 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 da. I used to know what the results were at it. It's been too long. But yeah, anyway, while I'm looking for it, my point is that I don't think necessarily that we are in the majority. Now, again, I know that if you're on my channel here, absolutely, it feels like the majority because a lot of the Cravenites, a lot of everyone here is absolutely on board. But I found it. Okay, here we go, guys. I found the stats. So I posted this up a month ago. Is Stu Macher still alive? Let your voice be heard. And the answers are either Stu is absolutely alive, and I'm on the Stu train. Stu may be alive, but I'm not sure. I'm open to the possibility. Or Stu is dead, is 100% dead. Those were the options. And the numbers are those who believe Stu is alive. There's 913 votes. All right. So 913 people. So it's a decent size group. 40% of the 900 people believe that Stu is alive. Okay. 40%. The amount that believe he may be alive, but not sure, is 28%. And those that believe Stu is dead 100% is 32% of the vote. So it's very much a mixed bag. So if you factor in that Stu may be dead, or they believe he is dead, you're looking at what? What's that? 28. That's 38, 48, 58. That's like 60. Yeah, 60%. So 60% of the vote thinks he's either dead or might be dead. 40% thinks he's alive for sure. So if we're using that as a some type of a sample size, almost 1,000 people, then technically we're in the minority still. It's not a huge gap, but it's 60-40. That we're still the lower end of all of it. So I don't know. I think it might be, man. Um, but yeah, and Kiefer, I hear what you're saying, man. But the thing about it is, there's actually we actually are pulling together statistical studies on these things, man. You'll be surprised. It may not be what you think. On June 18th, we're going to have a monster mega Stumacher stream, 3 hours of theater online theater performance, and we're going to break down every single objection to Stumacher being alive and could he possibly return. It's going to be insane. And the fact is, Kiefer, that if you look at all the data on it, it's not as high as you think. It's not. Now, if the TV had fallen from a two-story balcony, right? So if he was laying on the floor and someone was up there on that 2 second story and they just dropped it down, okay, now that's a whole nother story. But this TV was dropped from a very short TV stand. It wasn't even that tall. So the distance it fell, it wasn't even that far. And secondly, his arms and hands are bracing for the TV's impact. They're not like on his sides. He's actually, the brunt of the damage is on his arms. So I'm just telling you, I know, I hear you, but man, there is a lot of statistical data that's actual science, actual data in real life that says that the high chances of him dying outside of being a child are very low from that. So anyway, June 18th, man, be sure you're there. Well, guys, listen, I have enjoyed this conversation with everyone. Y'all have been amazing. That's right. That's right. That's right, Heather. He is alive. And so, listen, I have enjoyed this time. My good friend, the Night Watch Zone, over on the Night Watch Zone channel. There you go. He is starting his stream now. He just got started where they're talking about their 90s movies. I think, no, not movies, a favorite rock songs of the 90s. I think it is. Um, I love it. Kiefer says, I'm open to the idea. Well, that's good. I mean, that's all I ever ask for is just, just be open to it. If you're open to and hearing it, I'd love to see him come back. You're convincing me more and more. That's awesome, man. He did catch the impact and he made a groan after. Exactly. See, that's another thing people don't always remember is after that TV hit him, he was moving. He was still making noises. So, I mean, Kiefer, I'm so glad, my friend, that you're on the fence, but you're open to coming on over. Coming on over. Wow, my voice is really trying to give out. And excuse me for coughing out with my mic on, but I had to. Sorry about that. I couldn't get to it in time. Kiefer, I'm happy, and that's all I ask for. It's okay. You don't have to be ready to decide today, but man, just keep hanging around me, and keep around the channel. Keep hanging out with us, man. We're going to continue to share more and more information about why we believe Stu is alive, and it's not just because we want him to be. Of course, we do, but there's more to it than that. We're finding real scientific data where it actually makes sense. And Kiefer, I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but there's the video that I put together that I'm going to show it again here. So if you guys are on the Stew train, I know you won't mind seeing this again because it just gets me pumped up. So Kiefer, I'm going to play this one for you, man. And that's right, Andrew. Let the 60% keep disbelieving. That's all right. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't change anything over here one bit. A Ghostface Fanatic. Oh man, I see your super chat. So don't worry. I'm going to get to your super chat in just a second. I'm not going to end the stream without getting your super chat up for sure, buddy. But Kiefer, in case you haven't seen this, let's hear what Matthew Lillard has to say about Stu Macher. Check it out.
How would you envision Stu returning to Scream 5?
Scarred. Well, he's not in 5, I'll tell you that. But whenever he comes back somewhere in the future, because that's what happens in horror movies all the time, they bring the killers back. He's scarred, but yet handsome with great abs.
He feels he didn't die.
I didn't, dude. I will throw a TV on my face right now to prove it. On TV, I will be like, here's the deal. This 2-ton TV, I'm going to throw on my face. And if I die, then I will let this moment go.
I think the TVs now you wouldn't die, but the TVs back then you definitely would.
I would not die. I would not die. They had to add those sparks. Those sparks aren't real.
So I would like to argue on behalf of the stupidheads out there that he is still alive.
There you go, Kiefer. I hope you enjoy that. I love watching it all the time. I mean, I can watch that all the time and never get tired of it. All right, I'm going to start wrapping up here, guys, and get out of here so you guys can head over to watch night's live stream. Kiefer said, I've been watching you since you all started the collective. Oh, wonderful, man. Fate had me on the dark side for a moment. Oh, don't listen to the non-believers. No, they will pull you into the darkness of denial. Don't let it happen, Kiefer. I'm so glad you're turning to the light. This is the place of knowledge and truth. So thank you. I'm so happy that slowly but surely we're reaching out our arms and grabbing and holding on to you, and we're slowly pulling you in to the light. Wonderful. That's awesome. All right, couple of super chats here, guys, and then we're going to call it a night. Ghostface Fanatic, my brother, with a $20 super chat. Thank you, my man. If it wasn't Stu that killed Dewey, then it was someone we don't know that will be in the Scream 6. Yeah, I agree. Just don't buy it was Amber. I don't either. That killed her because that Stu 96 takes a man to do something like that. Yeah, absolutely. No, you're right. I agree. If it was not Stu, if it wasn't, it was somebody else other than Amber. That's 100% on my book. And yes, it will be someone that will be revealed in 6, possibly. You bet. Yep, dude, we're locked in with you, brother. And then Ghostface with another $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. When Stu says it takes a man to do something like that, or a man's mentality, as Tatum would say, it takes a man to lift Dewey off the ground. Matches the same description. Oh yeah, I mean that's a lot of. There was no doubt. There was some serious strength going on there in that kill. 100%, man. And I used to have an image. I don't think I have it here anymore. Let me just make sure. I had a shot at one point in time of Dewey. Nah, I took it off. That's okay. I had a shot that was showing him how the kill was going, and the amount of strength would just been incredible. I agree. Yeah, a lot of strength. So, Ghostface, thank you, my man, for the super chats, buddy. Appreciate all your support. And guys, everyone else in the stream, we're gonna call it a night there. Thank you guys, and that's right, Kiefer. Stu's turn to book my ticket for the Stu train. Now we're talking. That's awesome. Well, listen, man, Kiefer, whenever you're ready to make that decision, we're going to be here for you. And I'll have a Stu train ticket right there for you. For a $5 super chat, that's all it costs for a Stu train ticket. I will email it to you or send it to you in your social media. And a lot of people have printed theirs out and have them hanging up on their desks and their walls. And you can do whatever you'd like to with it, man. So a Stu train ticket is waiting for you at any time. All right, hey Byron, you're here. Hey, hello, man. Unfortunately, I'm saying good night, but I'm glad you're here. Bye, Nate. Bye, Heather. Yes, Heather, I do plan to do a live stream in the morning. So if you guys are in the morning around 10, I think 10 or 10:30, I'm going to set it up for in the morning Central Time. So we'll do a little morning conversation as well if you guys are up in the morning. So, all right, guys, listen, thank you all for your super chats. Thank you all for your conversation and just a great time. And now, everybody, please go over to the Night Watch Zone. Check out his rankings of the top rock songs of the 90s. Should be a lot of fun. All right, guys, that's going to be it for now. You all have a wonderful night, and I will see you hopefully all tomorrow morning around 10 or 10:30 a.m. Central. I'll set up the stream later today. And until then, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Good night, guys. Love y'all.